Hey YouTube, friends and family, Fast Eddie here, clearing my throat. I want to talk to you about engine adapters, particularly Cummins adapters. This one I have here is a Cummins adapter for a 12 valve to a Ford transmission ZF6, which is a manual 6-speed. Now, I'm just going to right off say that this is a piece of junk. It is a POS, and I can't use it. Money wasted. My fault for trying to be cheap and purchasing something that was half the cost of something that I would call a real adapter. Now, when I purchased or when I was purchasing this, the guy appeared to be just very small, possibly doing it out of his garage. I don't know, but he had different pictures of what he was displaying for sale, and it wasn't this. It was something that looked like it was more made on a machine, not a lathe, a mill, or just something cut out by a machine and more precision. So, but when I got it, I was disappointed right away. I did bolt it up to the engine, I bolted to the transmission, and it bolted to both. So I talked to my guy that's doing the install, and he was thinking it's possible that he thinks he can use it. So getting to a later date, we're both looking at it and starting to discover some things that are even more bad news. That on the holes that bolted to the engine here, there's not even any dowel holes that are drilled with dowels, which you always do on a mating an engine to a transmission, that there's dowels, whether you're using an adapter or it's going into the bell housing. There's not even dowels. Some of the holes here, I don't know if you can see that, but they're not even truly round. There's a better indication. There's another one. It's just really shabby. The edges are just really crude. I mean, it looked like you cut it out with a jigsaw, and I don't know. It's like 1/2 inch aluminum here. The hole on the for the starter, you can see there how crude that is. The starter, it uses a 6.0 starter. You can use a 6.0 to a 6.4, I think. The same bolt pattern, but the nose of it has to fit into the adapter to support the starter, not just the bolt holes. So it's got these little tiny holes here that the starter uses. I don't know why they're so small. The starter doesn't use that small of holes. The hole for the starter was way too big. Then to find out, there's a plate that I was supposed to have that mates the starter, mates to the starter, and then it's in a like a spacer, bolts on there. So try to contact the guy and talk to him, say my problems that I'm having. Dowel holes not drilled, no plate here that I should have been getting with this adapter, and nothing, just crickets. I mean, just he won't respond back. He won't respond back with phone call. He won't respond back with email. So I mean, it smells like a piece of shit. It looks like a piece of shit. I do really think this is a piece of shit. So big mistake on my part. It ain't gonna do me any good to give you the guy's name to shame him, because he's just somebody doing it out of his garage. The part that I will give advice to others is, do not buy anything from anyone that has a small operation like that, you need to be, for me, I feel more comfortable have a physical visit and actually see their operation. You mean, I should have requested more pictures and more verification of how he was making this piece. You know, I was enticed by it being half the price of a real adapter, which I'm going to show you in here that I have in a minute. I'll show you the difference, and you'll be like, yeah, there's a big difference there. So yeah, I cheaped out, and now I'm sacrifices. And so I'll give you another view of a different adapter here. This one is from a company called D-Stroke, and there's another company also that I believe are the two companies. D-Stroke, I don't remember the other one, Diesel Conversion or something, or Diesel Specialist or something. Those are the two companies that I think that are the only ones that make a really nice adapter. There is another company called Wild Horse. He's a small operation guy. He has a channel on YouTube. He goes into depth of his adapters, and it seems like a pretty good piece, but I don't know. I have never seen one on hand, but he's not the guy that did this adapter. So we'll just clear that up. Okay, so this one's from D-Stroke. So you can already see this is a really nice piece. I haven't added out of the box yet. I wanted to flip it over and show you the other side. So you can see the dowel's already there. There's the company there. That's the part number. So look at the starter hole. That's supposed to be how the hole is supposed to look to support the starter. But yeah, now that is a real adapter. That is a nice piece. So the money that I had to pay for this, I guess, you know, you just can't cheap out. The one thing I'll say, and I can say this about a lot of companies, customer service sucks now. I don't know what happened. They blame it on COVID or what. They say they have no employees. Let me give you a little story on this adapter, and maybe D-Stroke needs to work on this. I don't know, but I ordered it. Oh, actually, a little over a week ago. They sent payment to me saying I paid for it, and that was it. A week goes by. I mean, usually out of all the other companies I order from, Summit, Jegs, eBay, Amazon, you know, any of the bigger companies, they always send you a confirmation, hey, we're sending this out. So a week goes by, I call them back, and I'm like, hey, I'm not getting any kind of confirmation that you guys are sending, when you're sending this out, or where we're at on that. And they said, oh, well, I'm sorry, well, that's coming from our warehouse in Colorado or something. I guess I was calling Montana. And she said, I said, well, can you research that for me? I mean, I'd like to know, is it going to be a month or 2 month out? I mean, I think you had these in stock, you said. She said, yes, we do. And she said, no, it's they're just slow right now, and well, I'll get to the bottom of it, and then I'll email you back. Okay, so she emailed me back same day. Before the email, maybe it was when the email got there, I'm not sure, UPS comes. UPS comes, and it needs a signature. Well, I wasn't even fast enough to get out here, so they drove on by. And I'm looking at my I'm looking at my tracking number on it, and it says it's going to be shipped to some business in a town nearby me, and I'm like, well, that seems screwy. So the next day I called, and I did find a sticker on my gate later on that said that they were delivering it to this business in a town nearby me. So I called the business, and I'm like explaining my situation. She said, "Oh, we get that all the time." She says, "We're a drop-off area for UPS." So there you have it. It was they delivered it here at the same day that I called in, and I wasn't able to pick it up, so they did a drop-off at their drop-off location that was nearest to me. So no big deal, but I mean, just a little bit of communication always goes a long ways. When you're paying this much for a piece here, everybody wants to always know, hey, when is it going to be here, you know. So it's a small gripe, I guess, but anyways, I'm very happy with it. I think it's gonna be the ticket. I'm gonna look forward to getting this build going here. It's been a long process and a lot of headaches as usual. Anyways, hope you guys had a good Easter, and we'll talk to you later.